Okay, so in our previous class, we have been able to bring out some examples to help us understand why I said that the opposite or the inverse of plus is minus, and that of minus is plus. Let's look at that of times. Assuming you have a problem like 2x is equal to 10. It is usually 2x in many cases, not 2y. So 2x is equal to 10, and you have to find x. You have to find x. 2x simply means 2 times x is equal to 10. I'm using dot as my times right now because the times sign is almost like x. So I'm using dot so I don't get confused. 2 dot x means 2 times x is equal to 10. We want to find x. Now because 2 is attached to x by times, it will become division at the other side, which is 10 divided by 2. That is 10 over 2. And that will give us 5. So our value for x is equal to 5. Our value for x is equal to 5. And if you have a problem like x over 2 is equal to 10, and you're asked to find x. I said the inverse of division is times. So in that case, x over 2 is equal to 10. I want to express 10 as a fractional number. That would be 10 over 1 to help me cross multiply. I would have done that directly, but for learning's sake, I'm expressing 10 as a fractional number, which is 10 over 1. So I'll be cross multiplying right now. Cross multiply. If I do that, 1 will multiply x, and I'll still have my x standing. 2 will multiply 10, that will give me 2 times 10. So I would have just said, since division has the opposite of times, just multiply 2 and 10. But that is clear right now. So our x is equal to 20. So the value of x here is 20, and the value of x here is 5 when it comes to times. So that is why I said the inverse of times is division, and that of division is times. Let me quickly deal with that of the root. Let me deal with that of the root quickly. When we have root as problems to deal with. Let's see how we can solve that quickly here. You're given root a is equal to 4. You're asked to find a. You're asked to find a. Solution. Recall that I said the inverse of a root is power. And I called this sign square root in the previous class. So here is the square root of a is equal to 4. You're asked to find a. In that case, this sign, which is like a barrier, will leave to the other part of the word or the equation and to become power 2. So if a is going to stand alone, this sign will need to leave to the other part and to become 4 raised to power 2. That will give us 4 times 4. 4 raised to power 2 is 4 times 4, and that is 16. So a is equal to 16. You can as well say square root of a is equal to 4. You write power both sides. Write the power 2 of both sides. Or the square of both sides. Find the square of both sides. This square will cancel out the root sign. So you have only a standing. And that will give you 4 to power 2, which is 16. Some people want to use this method, but I choose to use this method to help us understand better what I mean by the inverse of a particular sign. So if you have the cube root of x is equal to 3, and you're asked to find x. Find x. Now it is cube root. Cube root of x is equal to 3. So we're going to make x to stand, and the cube root will become a power at the other side. So we'll be having x is equal to 3 raised to power 3, and that will give us 27. So our x is 27. Our x is 27. So in the next other class, we'll be looking at the side of the power to the root. So see you in our next other class.